Yo guys, what is going on? And once again, welcome back to our Vancouver Canucks BAGM mode. So, I've done a lot of thinking and I've thought about which player we're going to get for our second line left winger spot. And I put a lot of thought into this. I thought, who could we get? Who's young enough? Who's got the skill? Who can play with Horvat and who can play with Yakupov? I gotta edit all of the lines still, so this is not what it looks like at all. But I thought, who's going to be a good player that can play on our team for a long time? You're probably thinking, whoa, why would you want a player for a long time? Virtanen could potentially play on your second line in a few years. And yes, he potentially could, but I haven't seen enough out of Virtanen, and in a few GMs I've done offline, I have seen Virtanen cap out at 85. I haven't seen him get higher than an 85 overall, so I'm a bit concerned he's going to stay at the 84, 85 overall pace. If he does, that's fine. We have a really solid third line scorer, okay? That's not the worst thing in the entire world. I'll tell you who we're not going to get, and then I'm going to tell you who we are going to get. I can tell you straight up, I'm not going to get Rick Nash, and simply because he's too old, and that's kind of something that I wanted to put into this trade, was get a younger player, because again, Virtanen could be a third line scorer, and Rick Nash is 35 years old, got the big cap hit. Again, he's only got 1 year left on his contract. He may put up more points than this next guy, but it's not a good future plan. Maybe it would be good for this year, but that's not a future plan. He could be 85 overall next year. So I'm not going to get Rick Nash, even though a part of me really wants to. We could get him for probably pretty cheap because they do want to get rid of him, but I'm not going to get Rick Nash, and I'm not going to go get Baptiste, and a lot of you guys are probably shocked at that. Baptiste, where is he? So he's 87 overall, and I want to bring up a comment here, and again, it's from Brandon. He seems to be in every other video, but he's one of my best assistant GMs, and he says this: I would not go after Baptiste. He's only got 3.5 stars, which could mean his 87 overall status could be temporary, and I want to stop the comment right there, because if you remember, JT Miller was a free agent and he was 87 overall. He is now 84 overall. So that is just a temporary thing. Who knows? Baptiste could stay 87 overall, but I highly doubt that he will. He hasn't really proven himself either. I mean, 87 overall for 25 career NHL points. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all. Getting back to his comment here, he says, I think it should either be Tkachev or Kraus. As far as captaincy goes, I'd say wait a few months, blah, 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 and I agree on the captaincy. We're going to wait on it. So I'm not going to get Baptiste, and I'm not going to get Tkachev, or however you pronounce his last name. Where is it? Tkachev. I think that's how you pronounce the name anyways. I'm not going to go get him because he's too small. I mean, he may put up some decent points, put up 50 points last year, but Carolina needs some wingers. Besides Skinner, they don't really have a whole lot, so I'm not going to do that. I am, however, going to go to Florida, and I'm going to have a look at Lawson Crouse. And even Jack Eichel wants me to get Lawson Crouse. He says, get Crouse. He's big, strong, fast, and has 99 slap shot power. So, Lawson Crouse. Okay, let's see here. 22 years old, 6'4", 216. That's going to bring a lot of grit, a lot of physical play, and still have the really good shooting category and the outstanding skating category. So I am totally sold here on Lawson Crouse. He's only got 1 year of experience, 15 points with a +8. I'm not too concerned about that. He's going to be 87, 88, 89 overall, and I am totally okay with that. Lawson Crouse is going to be the guy who we are going to get, simply because I believe he can hold down the second line. He's going to play with Horvat, and he's going to play with he's also going to play with Nail Yakupov, and Yakupov is a smaller guy. Horvat's not that big, but he plays a lot bigger than he is. But I think that could be a dominating line: Crouse, Horvat, and Yakupov, and then have our first line of Johnson, Matthews, and Duclair. That is one of the nastiest top 6 in the whole entire NHL. So I am going to pull the trigger on this trade. It's going to be a little bit difficult though, because they don't want to get rid of him. And I was looking at Florida's roster, and they actually have quite a few wingers that they're probably expendable. They have They have that Turco guy who's coming up. They have 94 overall Huberdeau. They have a few wingers who are definitely there. Grimaldi is 85 overall. Tommy Wingles is 84. So maybe getting Lawson Crouse out of Florida would be the best idea. Plus, he's got 1 year left on his entry-level deal, so he's going to want some money next year, and we're going to have to make a big trade here. So it's going to be the captain. It's going to be Alexander Edler. He's going to have to go, unfortunately. He's been drafted here. He spent his whole entire career here, played almost 900 career NHL games with the Vancouver Canucks, got 430 points. He's been great. I have no complaints about Alexander Edler, but we got to get younger and we got to get a lot faster, and Lawson Crouse is exactly that. So I'm thinking Alexander Edler a first, and it's going to have to be where is he? It's going to have to be Riley Smith. You're saying, whoa, man, that is way too much. But I am hopefully going to get a skater back. Hopefully going to get a prospect back. Since we are giving up a first, I would not mind getting Patrick Fellows, who is a left wing, 77 overall, 22 for Gold Star skater. 1 year left on his entry-level deal as well. Got pretty decent discipline. He's another two-way forward. So if we can make that trade go through, Fellows or Crousley maybe. We'll try out Fellows though. Two left wing, two-way forwards for Edler, a first, and Smith. So I'll see if I can get it just with Edler. Just with Edler and a first. I actually don't know if that might go through. Edler and a first. I might not even have to trade Riley Smith at this point. We can just go Edler and a first. I'll have to give my worst player up. I'll have to give not Ben Hutton. I'll have to give Lyndon Vey away. So I'm feel okay with that, getting rid of Lyndon Vey. So let's go Lyndon Vey a first and Alex Edler for Lawson Crouse and Patrick Fellows. Will this trade go through? Lawson Crouse could be a future captain of this team. He's got the tools. He has everything that is a prototypical power forward, two-way forward, playmaker, sniper. He's got it all. Lawson Crouse, are you coming to Vancouver? Yes, you are. Another deal with Florida. We traded Ryan Miller there. On behalf of the Florida Panthers organization, I accept your trade offer. We'll see you out on the ice. So thank you very much, Florida. Now what that means is we can go ahead and we could trade Riley Smith for a pick. Probably get a pretty decent pick out of there. We'll have to go with someone that has cap and someone that wants him. How about Nashville? Would you trade a second for Riley Smith? Apparently not. How about if you give me your worst skater? No, that won't go through. Murphy and a second for Riley Smith. There you go. I am happy with a second round pick. There you go. Lawson Crouse, welcome to the Vancouver Canucks. You might be thinking to yourself, whoa, man, that's a bit much to pay for Lawson Crouse, a first round pick. But you think, do we really need another first round pick? Honestly, we have so many prospects, and we honestly have so many picks already. We have a complete team. We can give up a first round pick. Is definitely not the end of the world. So Killorn's going to go there. Sam Steele's going to man the third line. Johnson is going to go on the first line with their Horvat, Virtanen, Crouse, Virtanen, Steele, and it's going to be McCann. I think I'm going to put McCann in the middle. He played there last year, and I believe he's got better face-offs than Sam Steele. Yeah, he definitely does. So that's fine. Virtanen, Glendening, Martin, and Killorn are going to be Glendening right there. Horvat, Crouse, and Yakupov. I'm very, very excited. Sorry, he's a power forward, not a two-way forward. Still, very, very cool. Lawson Crouse, welcome to Vancouver. I'm very excited to see how this line is going to turn out, especially with Bo Horvat. He's kind of a question mark. I'm not sure if he's going to pan out. If he gets like 60 points on the second line, I am ecstatic. He has two really good wingers. There's no reason why he shouldn't, but if he doesn't, we may have to look at getting a better second liner. But I am down with Jared McCann being a career third line two-way forward for us. He's looking like he's going to be something special. But have a look at our defense here. It's going to be Lindholm, Morrissey, Bean, Provorov, Gattenby, baby. He's getting the NHL minutes now. I'm not worried about his Red Star potential. We can still get to a pretty decent overall. I'm not going to worry about that. And then Chris Tanev. So what we're going to do is we are going to take Morrissey off of the power play here, and we're going to put him on the second line power play unit, and then I'm going to put Crouse on the point because he's got the 99 slap shot power. So Lawson Crouse with the massive slap shot. He's going to go on the point there with Duclair, Matthews, Yak, and and Jake Bean. Then it's going to be McCann, Johnson, Morrissey. Kind of concerned that Horvat's not getting power play time, but I may put him right here. I'll give Horvat there. Horvat, Yak. Let's go Horvat, Virtanen, and then Matthews, Duclair with Morrissey, Bean, Lindholm, and Provorov. PK's looking like this. We'll definitely get you off there. We'll put McCann and Glendening, and then we'll put Horvat and McCann. I guess that's not too bad. 3 on PK. I don't want Johnson killing penalties, even though he's fast. I'd rather have a player like I guess we put Sam Steele on the penalty kill. He's got decent discipline and decent defensive awareness, but you know what? I feel like giving someone with a little bit more NHL experience, we're gonna give that one to McCann there. McCann, Horvat, Morrissey, Lindholm. That looks good to me. 4 on 4. That looks totally fine. I'm happy with that. Extra attacker, and actually, you know what? Penalty kill could probably put Kraus on there since he is a big presence. Who could we take off? Maybe I'll take McCann off because I put him on the 3-man power play. I'll put Kraus on the wing there. Yeah, I will definitely do that. So that is some line changes we're going to make right there. 4 on 4 seems fine. Shootout I want to have a look at here. Johnson actually looks totally fine, to be honest with you. We'll put Josh Morrissey right there. And I believe we're all ready to go. How's our AHL team? Actually have to go ahead and move all those players down. Like, I believe there is Murphy, Fellows, and Hutton. They're all going down to the minors. We got Matt Martin there. We'll go ahead and click Nikolai Ehlers, Cave, and Erstov with Habersnitch, Steenbergen, True, Gauthier, Frose, there you go, Hutton, Day, Padan, Hardy, Murphy, and Schaefer, and then in the cage we got Joe Fleshler and Bobby Dugan. We got our boy Bobby Dugan. There he is. So we'll get the preseason done, and then we'll hop into probably what it is going to be like 1 month of simulation. Let's get it over with here. I'm excited to see what this team can do. Oh wait, I got to turn off the injuries. Before we do anything. I'm not going to make that mistake all over again. That was dumb last time. That was a bad mistake. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quickly, and then we can get this started. All right, thank God I caught that before it was too late, before Austin Matthews broke his neck against the LA Kings and was done for the entire year, and a 7-2 victory. Woohoo! I guess it's just preseason, but okay, then we get spanked 6-2. Joe Gattenby leading the team with 2 goals, but I am honestly really excited to see what we have here in Vancouver. I think we have a deep playoff run ahead of us here, up against Argon Bust, and we win 5-3. Honestly, I like Argon Bust way better than Gatton Bust. Argon Bust, absolutely. Get that trending on Twitter. Hashtag Argon Bust in the comments. Let's go here up against the Edmonton Oilers, Yakupov's old team. Let's go. First period of year number 5. Has it been 5 years already? Oh my goodness. Let's go. Lawson Krause, buddy. Big first game. Throw the body out there. That's what we got you for. Let's go. First period. 1-0. Bo Horvat on the second line. There you go, period number 2. 4-2. Holy shit, they came back. McDavid, Nuge, Sekera, and Adam McQuaid. Yakupov scores on his old team on the power play. Whoa, that is not the second period I was expecting, especially not out of this team. But we did get past them in the playoffs, so they are looking for their revenge. We actually pulled Bishop. Oh my god. 6-2. It started off good, but wow, we are getting absolutely tooled right now. 6-2, and that is how it's gonna end. Okay, Edmonton. Okay, that's fine. I'm not too worried about that, I guess. Wow. Okay, we got tooled. We got absolutely tooled there. Sekera with 3 points. That's fine. Hashtag not worried. Not worried about it. Up against Anaheim here. They beat us in the preseason. Ryan Kessler. Now let's get our revenge on the playoffs. Come on. 2-1 loss. No. Come on. All the hype for the start of the year, and we start off 2-0. Up against Jimmy Benn and the Dallas Stars. Come on, guys. Get the first 2 points of the year. Another loss. Come on. What is happening right now? Come on. This is not how I envisioned the start of this year whatsoever. Period number 1 against Colorado, 3-1. Duclair, McCann, Johnson, power play goals. Soderberg scored a goal for them. Period number 2, 3-1, and the third period, and nothing else happened. The last 40 minutes was really boring, but Bishop holds it down, makes 28 stops, and he gets his first victory of the year and the first 2 points. There you go. It is underway. So let's go ahead and slow sim the game against Nashville, because I kind of want to see just to see if Riley Riley Smith's going to score against his old team. Let's go. First period. 1-1. Tyler Johnson. We started Mackenzie Blackwood. Okay. And Colin Wilson. Period number 2. 2-1. Austin Matthews. There you go on, I guess, their backup as well, because I know they have Frederick Anderson. We're getting outshot like crazy, but Ben Bishop is a beast between the pipes, and he is stopping literally everything right now. Holy shit. And we get out of that game very, very surprising. I did not think that we are going to win that one. 37-17 were the shots. Wow. Mackenzie Blackwood. I definitely said Bishop was stopping everything, but Mackenzie Blackwood shut the door there, and now we are 2-1. There you go. Maybe we'll get 2 months of simulation done, because the video is still relatively short. You guys say you like the longer videos, so I am chill with that, definitely. Yakupov leading the way with 3 goals throughout the first 5 games here in year number 5 up against the 3-0 Flyers, and we spanked them 5-0. There you go. Bishop gets the victory in that one up against the Wild, and another victory. There you go. Maybe we just need to get our feet wet a little bit as we lose there up against the Rangers here. Let's pull together a few victories here, guys. Let's get the confidence up. 3-2 victory. There you go. Looks like Yakupov is having a pretty good year thus far. 9 games in, he's got 5 goals. That's not bad. I think that the second line is really going to click there with Lawson Krause. I'm really, really excited to see what they can do. So let's have a look here after the first month of simulation up against the Big Bad Bruins. 7-2-0. We don't care about their big giant record. 5-2 victory, baby. There you go. Let's go ahead and let's check out how everyone did throughout the first month. Then I'll get 1 more month of simulation completed, and then we will cut off the video. But I think the Lawson Krause trade was definitely good. I am very, very happy that he's a part of our team. 5 points in his first 11 games. No goals, though. That's fine. That will definitely come. Sorry, I thought that was points. I was like, what? Josh Morrissey has 16 points. Yakupov, Johnson, and Matthews have 12 points each. Duclair's got 11. Horvat's got 7 points. Provorov got 6. McCann, Krause, Vertanen, Steele, Joe Gattenby, baby, 4 points in his first 11 games. There you go. Josh Morrissey having a slow start, but he's got 16 penalty minutes, just roughing it up there. Mackenzie Blackwood 1-1. Got 3 rookie skaters this year, 2 are defensemen, and 1 there with Sam Steele. And then in the cage, Ben Bishop and Mackenzie Blackwood, obviously. So let's get 1 more month done. I believe we have a few more games here. I definitely want to slow sim a few of them. We'll slow sim against the Leafs. Pretty crazy. Dion Phaneuf was traded a few days ago to Ottawa. He just looks weird in an Ottawa jersey. I saw a picture of him on Twitter. But really short, what I think about the trade is that Toronto definitely won. They got rid of a huge contract there, and really they didn't give up a whole lot. The prospects, if you want to call them that, I don't know if they're even going to be NHLers, let alone, even crack an NHL lineup. So I think that Toronto made out huge in that trade. They are clear winners in my eyes. Ottawa gave up quite a bit, like Milan Mahalik. If you guys remember, Mahalik once scored 35 goals, and he had like 70 points as we get destroyed there 7-1 by the Islanders. But Milan Mahalik is still a good player. He's just injury prone of the last few years. But honestly, I think Toronto made out definitely a much better in that trade. I think that the Leafs organization is much better off without that large contract, and now Karlsson has more help on D in Ottawa. Everybody wins, but Toronto is the clear winner in that trade. Just my opinion though. But first period up against the Leafs, 2-0. Komarov and Kadri. Oh no. Period number 2. 3-3. There you go. Killorn, Duclair, and Hampus Lindholm there, and then Bickle with the big goal there to tie it up before the third period ends. And again, we're getting outshot, but our goalies are playing amazing. Tyler Johnson makes it 4-3. Come on, guys. Hold it down. Hold it down. Bishop is just a freak of nature, making a ridiculous amount of stops. We've been outshot a few times in these games, and we still come away with a big W. So that's nice. Who was in net there? Yeah, definitely Ben Bishop. 42 saves. Get that guy a player of the game card. My God. We'll slow sim the game against Nashville, and then we'll head on towards the end of this month. So I'm pretty happy with the team throughout the first month and a half. 11-5-1. I feel like we just got to get our groove going. I feel like we just got to get our groove going a little bit. Win 5 or 6 in a row, and then we're definitely gonna be be an elite team this year. I just feel like a deep playoff run is something that we can definitely grasp this year. We got bounced in the first round 2 years ago, and now in the second round last year against the Ducks. So I'm definitely thinking of a deep playoff run this year. At least the Western Conference Finals. The Western Conference Finals is kind of my ideal goal for this year. 3-0 win there against the Kings. That feels really good. Let's go here against Riley Smith and the Nashville Predators. 1-1 Johnson and Philip Forsberg. Period number 2. 2-2 Smith and Krause on the power play. Attaboy Krause. Probably a deflection in front or something, getting the big body in there. Bo Horvat with a big goal. I'm going to do that every time Horvat scores. Just get the extended bow, and Jared McCann gets another goal, and we end up winning 4-2, even though we got outshot only by 1, but 30 saves for Ben Bishop once again. Krause with his 3rd, Horvat with his 7th, and McCann with his 6th goal of the year, and just like that, we are 14-6-1, and I think there's 3 games left in this month, and then we're gonna call it quits. But I know a lot of you guys are gonna be upset that I didn't go get Nicholas Baptiste, and I didn't feel right about it. There's a gut feeling that thought, yeah, I just really feel like going after Lawson Krause. He's younger, he's got the potential. I think that Krause is going to be a really good player for a really long time here in Vancouver. I think he's going to be awesome. 15-6-1 up against the Kings. Be nice to get another win. Nice to get another win against the Queens, and we lose, but it wasn't overtime. So our first OT loss of the year. We get the pity point. I'm all right with that. Period number 1 against Calgary, last game of this whole episode. 2-0, Tanev and Matt Martin. There you go. 4th liner and the 3rd line defenseman getting it done. Period number 2. 3-0, Bo Horvat gets a big goal. Tyler Johnson with another one, making it 4-0. Again, being outshot, but Nail Yakupov with another power play goal. Wow. Yeah, I am feeling very, very confident about this Vancouver Canucks team. I am one happy GM, and I gotta thank you guys, because without me, I'm just the guy who pushes the buttons. You guys are the brains behind the operations, and that is a huge 5-0 victory to end off this episode. That is just a cherry on top. Horvat with his 9th, Johnson with his 9th, and Nail Yakupov says, I can't be tied with 9. I can't be tied with 9, so he gets his 10th of the year. Yak had 4 points. What a tank. What an absolute beast. HL team kind of struggling a little bit. 8-10-0 to start off the year. I'm not going to worry about that. They've had back-to-back Calder Cup appearances, so I'm not too worried. Oh shit, Florida acquired Rick Nash for a first and a prospect, so they lost Lawson Krause and they got Rick Nash. Okay, very cool how that works out. Very, very cool. So we are first in the Pacific Division, actually first in the NHL, believe it or not, 16-7-1. Matthews is tied for 6th in league scoring, which is not that bad at all. Duclair is tied for number 2. Duclair is 2nd in assists. That's fantastic. Matthews is 3rd in points, and Duclair is 7th. So we're doing absolutely fantastic right now. I am pretty ecstatic with how everything is looking. I want to see how Krause is doing. I don't think he's going to get as much points as, like, say, Baptiste would if he stays 87 overall, or maybe a Rick Nash, but I think he's a better fit. I just think he's a much better fit with this team. Matthews, 30 points in 24 games. The guy is just going off right now. Duclair, exact same thing, just ripping it up. Tyler Johnson, I mean, 4 players that are over a point per game. That is really impressive, especially for Yak, because Yak's kind of struggled. I mean, 60 points isn't really a struggle, but he's 88 overall. This is the year he could have a huge breakout year. Jared McCann with 14 points. There you go. Horvat and Krause, 14 points for Horvat and 12 for Krause. I'm fine with that. He's an even rating. I'm not going to be too worried about that. Provorov, 10 points for Tannen with 8. All right. The 3rd line might be struggling a little bit. Joe Gattenby with 5 points. Morrissey with 4. Morrissey need to start producing more. What's going on with Jay Money here? We might need to shake it up. If there's anything you guys can think of for the defense to change it up a little bit, because I'm not sure it's really working out that fantastic, you guys can let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. I'm extremely excited about the future of this team. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.